Language is intrinsic to the expression of culture as a means of communicating values, beliefs, and customs. It has important social functions and fosters feelings of group identity and solidarity. It's how culture, traditions, and its shared values may be conveyed and preserved. Every time a language dies, so does an expression of human like no other. The United Nations Decade of Indigenous Language begins in 2022. Indigenous representatives from British Columbia joined more than 500 participants from 50 countries in Mexico City in February of 2020 to discuss a roadmap for the Decade of Indigenous Languages. At least 40% of 7,000 languages used worldwide are at some level of endangerment. Indigenous languages are particularly vulnerable. Sht'ut'imc language is one of the interior Salish languages of BC, located in the Southern Coast Mountains and Fraser Canyon region. There are 11 Sht'ut'imc communities and currently spoken by less than 2% fluent speakers. Sht'ut'imc is a severely endangered language. As a result, Sht'ut'imc language resources in BC education is important because it will contribute to the language revitalization strategies and contribute to Sht'ut'imc language and culture. Total physical response is a method of teaching a second language with combined information and skills using kinesthetic sensory system. This combination of skills allows a child to learn the language sounds and speech patterns at a rapid rate. As a result, TPR is one teaching method that can lead to accelerated language revitalization. Language learners can gain an understanding of spoken language before developing the skills of speaking, gain an understanding of basic forms of communication through commands, and master the main structures to transfer, communicate information. The language learner is not forced to speak, but will in time. Once they feel confident, they will soon utter the sounds and communicate. This book is guided by a song, Sht'ut'imc song, Sulyálesta, which means to shake, and evolved to have her own dance. This resource is based on TPR, which when used through storytelling, focuses on language acquisition, occurring in sequence with comprehension before speaking. The development of the reading and writing will follow. The vocabulary: slapen, to blow out or turn off. Slapen to tsakshwa, turn off the light, or slapen to kalanshwa, blow out the candle. Kalin, candle. Mat, to walk. Michak, to sit. Kichlich, to lie down. Loit, to sleep. Quacklich, to wake up. Shooplich, to scratch. Tachlich, to stand. Mutsum, to shrug your shoulders. Quazil is a modern dance. Zamim, to rest. Ochel, to go home. Math is more like translated as a command, making a statement. Sulyálesta, 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 Sulyálesta. Ti slappent math, ti callin schwa. Ti slappent math, ti callin schwa. Sulyálesta, Sulyálesta. Sulyálesta, Sulyálesta. Ti slappet math, ti callin schwa. Ti slappet math, ti callin schwa. Sulyálesta, Sulyálesta. Sulyálesta, Sulyálesta. Ti mat mat, Sulyálesta. Ti mat mat, Sulyálesta. Ti mat mat, Sulyálesta. Ti mat mat, Sulyálesta. Ti michak math, Sulyálesta. Ti michak math, Sulyálesta. Ti michak math, Sulyálesta. Ti michak math, Sulyálesta. Sulyálesta, 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 Sulyálesta. Ti kichlik math, Sulyálesta. Ti kichlik math, Sulyálesta. Ti kichlik math, Sulyálesta. Ti kichlik math, Sulyálesta. Sulyálesta, 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 Sulyálesta. Ti woyet math, Sulyálesta. Ti woyet math, Sulyálesta. Ti woyet math, Sulyálesta. Ti woyet math, Sulyálesta. Sulyálesta, 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 Sulyálesta. Ti quacklick math, Sulyálesta. Ti quacklick math, Sulyálesta. Ti quacklick math, Sulyálesta. Ti quacklick math, Sulyálesta. Sulyálesta, 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 Sulyálesta. Ti shuplik math, Sulyálesta. Ti shuplik math, Sulyálesta. Ti shuplik math, Sulyálesta. Ti shuplik math, Sulyálesta. Sulyálesta, 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 Sulyálesta. Ti tatlik math, Sulyálesta. Ti tatlik math, Sulyálesta. Ti tatlik math, Sulyálesta. Ti tatlik math, Sulyálesta. Sulyálesta, 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 Sulyálesta. Ti mutsu math, Sulyálesta. Ti mutsu math, Sulyálesta. Ti mutsu math, Sulyálesta. Ti mutsu math, Sulyálesta. Ti quizilach math, Sulyálesta. Ti quizilach math, Sulyálesta. Ti quizilach math, Sulyálesta. Ti quizilach math, Sulyálesta. Sulyálesta, 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 Sulyálesta. Ti zatma math, Sulyálesta. Ti zatma math, take a rest. Ti zatma math, Sulyálesta. Sulyálesta, 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 Sulyálesta. Ti ochwalt math, Sulyálesta. Ti ochwalt math, Sulyálesta. Ti ochwalt math, Sulyálesta. Ti ochwalt math, Sulyálesta. Sulyálesta, 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 Sulyálesta. So the oral traditions shared through stories and songs play an integral role in indigenous cultures. They are important for transmitting histories, teachings, significant events in people's history and culture, and they provide teachings to new generations. Oral histories allow Indigenous peoples to teach in their own way of understanding and communicating. The song Sulyálesta is primarily about an old lady carrying a cane and wearing a long scarf who always had to shake, like a shuli. The root word of Sulyálesta is shuli, which means to shake. She had a sickness that made her look like she was always dancing. It was a result of Parkinson's disease, a disease that was introduced to Indigenous peoples dating back to the 1800s. Everything the old lady did, her body shook, and it looked as if she were dancing in all the actions that she would do. However, the song does not refer to Parkinson's disease, but the appearance of the dance and the motions. The song and the book demonstrate our resilience as Indigenous peoples. We are still here, alive, breathing, and affirming our Indigenous languages, songs, and dances through literacy, support, and investment in language revitalization through our linguistic rights. This book is intended to enhance the cultural knowledge of Shtlatliem language, honor past generations of Indigenous language speakers, and encourage present and future generations to preserve Shtlatliem language and culture, support language learners' access to mother tongue-based education, develop a sense of pride, integrate culturally relevant content into education programs, educate the global world about the significance of Indigenous languages, and recognize and honor Indigenous language, Indigenous knowledge, and experts, those who have the expertise into it. And the last page is a translation page of the song Sulyálesta, and this is the image of my daughter, Sulyálesta. This was when she was about 2.5 years old here, and I had fun as well as a challenging time putting this book together, because I wanted the illustrations to reflect who it is that we are as Shtlatliem people, and the history of our culture and what our old structures and our log houses looked like back in the day.